So I want to take you back then because I want to
Yeah.
find the truths in what you said. It seems like if we identified that there is a greater power, there is a God that is present in all our lives, and recognition of that is really necessary for health and mental health. Would you say that's a truth?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can
I mean,
can
I look at the culture, and I definitely am one of those people who thinks you can really tell the difference between people who feel there's a higher power and people who don't,
can
but not strictly, you know?
yeah, can you be like, let's say that I'm one of my truths is that the
Mhm,
body at dis-ease is when we're not
mhm,
alignment in nature. So the more disconnected we become from nature, the sicker we become.
mhm,
And so I have a truth that believes that our bodies, physical bodies, have to be connected to nature. You know,
mhm.
sun, the
Yeah,
grass,
yeah,
animals, and what we put in it, and all that is like necessary. But spiritually speaking, we have to be aligned with a purpose in which our soul has come here for. And when we're off that path, we're inherently we're at diseased, and some of the pain that's created from that is
yeah.
designed to put us back on that path.
There's no happiness until you're in your gift. I believe that.
Yeah.
That's where happiness lies. You're in it. You're fumbling along. You're doing your best. You're sick of making videos, but you're making them anyway. You know, it's like the gift is happening, and I try to surrender to it. That is happiness. But I and nature, I do believe strongly in nature. However, I think sometimes the miracle happens under any circumstances. I was in and out of the hospital for 4 years. With a medical mistake that required 14 major surgeries that caused 44 emergency room visits, tons of hemorrhages and septic infections, medical devices, and then finally the news: this isn't going to get better. And you're not going to die, but you're never going to get these things taken off your body, and you'll never be able to function normally. And I told you I was just like, this is all bullshit. I've been a fool. There's no God.
Mm.
It happens that that was when I was in that state. I sort of went downhill. The boyfriend who committed suicide, that happened all in this window. And I was in this very bad place, and it was a bleak world. And then I I was very sad. I was a single divorced mom of two little kids. I was really scared of my own potential to bring bad people into their lives, and I knew I never could let that happen again. This guy who turned out to be an addict and died. And I did this prayer that was the best kind of prayer I ever found. And it happened, it just occurred spontaneously. You just throw yourself on the floor, you cry, you go, God help me, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's where I was. And I sort of came back and had a couple of years of deep focus on how to get my life together and the mentoring. And things began to come together again. And so nature part of that. I don't know. There's an alchemizing property to being utterly bereft. It's ego death, you could call it. It's, you know, just like nothing works anymore. And you ask for this power to come help you, and something changes. It's the only compelling thing. I never take and I think having faith is a good thing, but I can't do it. I have experiences. And that's the only thing
Mm.
that convinces me. But that life came back into me. It's like a life comes in and it propels me forward, and things start to come together. And I don't want to sugarcoat it. Like life, even under the best spiritual circumstances, people die, bad things happen, your car breaks, you know, the whole thing, money problems, blah, 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 crime.
So let me throw another
But
truth.
you meet them with this purpose
O- Okay, now,
and
yeah,
this lightness.
I want to throw another truth at you.
Yeah.
Um, is finding purpose and
Hmm.
meaning in the
Hmm.
challenges necessary?
Well, I think it's later stage. It was for me. I was 53 before it showed up. I was 30 when I spiritually awakened. So I was just slogging along there. I had a lot, you know, there's a lot of stuff to learn. But my purpose turned out to need those 20 years of healing. Like my purpose, everybody's purpose is different. Like some people, they're there to like lift up spirits in a parking lot all day as they sweep.
Mm.
You know, their gift might be something profound that doesn't necessarily take, maybe it takes preparation. I don't know. Mine was a lot of preparation. even the comedy ended up being used. I thought I was the world's worst dilettante. I was a data analyst. I was a patient experience consultant. I was a medical writer. I just did all this. I wasn't going anywhere. And then all of it came together. I know when I wrote to you, I somebody had characterized me as somebody who didn't know anything and shouldn't be talking about these, shouldn't be giving advice. And I was defending myself and saying, I was involved in clinical trials where we worked on a 25-year plan for clinical integration because I know how long it takes for people to get a change of heart about medical protocols. And I know mental health is the same way. And we're not there yet about trauma. You know what bugs me, Roger? This thing about trauma informed. It's such a fake word. Everybody's like trauma informed. Everybody has the bullet points on Psychology Today, trauma informed care. But that could be anything. It could be whatever people want it to be.
Oh,
And not that I'm being a stickler that it has to be one thing, but I feel like trauma is so mysterious right now that everybody should be very humble before it and go, I don't know what this is. It does some weird number on people. Like, what is it about sexual abuse that is so destructive to so many aspects of a human being?